Oh yeah. Oh, okay. I just waiting. Sorry. All right. Well, hello everyone. Welcome to another episode of I Don't Even podcast titled episode 36. I don't even call values because memes and what have you. I am Yusuf, joined as always by my friend from the East, Jonna. How we doing?
Hello, that's me. Core values are good, funny. Like it's good value. We gotta get some good values out of these core values.
Yeah. It's been a while. Definitely been a while.
Mm.
Um, very. It's kind of we've been meaning to do this episode for a while just to talk about things, but I'm busy. You're busy. Everyone's busy, and
Yeah, so I guess like people watching live can see this, but for the audio listeners and the archive viewers, this is the first time we've done a Discord call, just the two of us, because we've got a country between us, and we'll sort of talk about my situation in a little bit.
a
But
continent even.
we're just sort of doing like a catch-up episode because Yusuf is streaming from BKB, so it's like a good one to get his sort of feet wet into streaming, and just to catch up on everything and to start again like our regular cycle while I sort of do the tail end of my setup. Like I still don't have internet, so I can't really stream. But we're working on it. But we really wanted to do an episode and just sort of do a brief recap of not everything, but the things that have happened. But since I left, that sort of interests us. So yeah, that's where we're at. How you been? What's been going on?
I've been good. Just the usual on my end. Just slaving away, trying to lose some weight, trying to work for the FGC. I recently got signed by an org as an FGC manager, which I'm sure some people know about this, and looking forward to bringing some interesting things to the scene. We got some stuff, working in the background that will hopefully benefit the scene. More news soon. Booked my flights for Eva. So
Congrats.
my everyone on the Genuine Gaming roster will be heading there. Myself, Eli, Rumors, and Space Ghost. Smash player Srix will not be because it clashes with his exams, but the plan is to send him to CEO. That's the plan at the moment. But yeah, we're all going to Eva. Shout outs to Genuine Gaming, and yeah.
Talk a little bit about the org for a sec.
All right,
Yeah,
so
talk a little bit about that side of your life.
All right, so the org is they're actually very very new, a few months old. They have from what I hear, the best Dota team in OCE. I want to say, a really really good team. They were going. I was told they were going. They played against some like team that was ranked like number 11 in the world or something like that, and it went down to the wire. But they lost, but it went down to the wire. I know they also have a CS:GO team that did pretty well a couple months ago in New Zealand. And they so one of the co-owners is real good friends with Xavier Space Ghost, and Xavier was the one who kind of got him onto the FGC. He's like, we got this hella awesome community with a lot of untapped potential. If you guys are interested, please speak to Yusuf. He'll guide you in the right direction. So they hit me up, Eric and Royce, who's the owner, and they're like, we want to host a community. Where do we start? We want some wholesome players that will carry the brand and carry the name of the brand very well. And yeah, I pointed them in the direction of Eli. Rumors' contract with Avant was about to finish up, and I'm like, hey man, if you're interested, let's do this thing. And he's like, yeah, sure. Xavier was there. He's a top player anyway. Plus, he's good friends with one of the co-owners. Plus, he was the one who told them about the FGC, so he deserves his shot. And then they wanted a Smash player, and why would you not want a Smash player? I mean, the game is killing it. So I did some homework. Shout outs to Pudge for helping me scout players and hitting me with a lot of useful info about the Smash scene. And I decided to sign Srix for the FGC. Who don't know who Srix is? He's a 22-year-old lovely kid from Canberra, and he came ninth on the weekend at Phantom out of about 240 people. So yeah, we got a very very cool team behind the scenes and like on the roster. So yeah, our first outing, all of us will be at BAM, which I cannot fucking wait for BAM because I love BAM. So yeah, and then on to bigger and better things. Hopefully at Eva and onwards.
Man, that's it's just like such a good time to be in the Aussie scene at the moment. Like basically every game is popping. The games that are coming out this year for the people who like those games are like incredible. Like NRS is getting a big one. DOA got an update.
I just want to say real quick. I'm gonna get real close to the mic. I cannot fucking wait for MK11. Like real fucking talk. Oh my god. I went from Aaron pestering me every day. Yusuf, are you gonna play MK11? I'm like, no, dude. I'm fucking over NRS games, over running 50-50s, over stupid games with stupid block buttons. That's a very subjective opinion, guys. Very subjective. Don't hold me to it. I hate games with fucking block buttons. To like, trailer comes out, another trailer comes out for characters, and like, I'm seeing the way the game works, and I'm like, holy shit, this game is looking fucking amazing. I cannot wait for MK11. Real talk, man. This game is looking sweet as fuck. Yeah.
The only reason I'm on the fence is because I don't know what the Japanese scene for it is like. Like we know, there've been stories like MOV picked up, I think MKX, but the gore sort of turns off people.
Hold on. There is a scene in Japan, and that's fact because I remember back in MKX days, Jacob reached out to Japan and actually was able to find a few players that played the game consistently. And he tried to get in contact with them, see if they can maybe get to a major or something. Unfortunately, that didn't go through. But I know for a fact there is a Mortal Kombat scene in Japan. So, yes.
Well, like, I'll have to reach out to those guys because...
Another thing. Sonic Fox is trying to get Kazunoko to play Mortal Kombat 11. And he said he might. So, if someone of the caliber of Kazunoko picks up the game, you know people will follow. So, that's also another thing that's happening. So yeah, I don't know if he is or he just being nice or whatever, but Sonic Fox is trying to get Kazunoko to play MK11. So yeah, that's also another thing.
The thing about the scene here is like people think Japan is like the mecca for a lot of games, which in a lot of cases it is. But for example, BB Tag, like I'm in Tokyo, and as far as I can see, I follow this guy on Twitter called Doc Fugu, who's like really good about collecting a bunch of local data for like local events and stuff. There's only one chance to play BB Tag this month offline. Like, it's really sort of scatterbrained if you don't play either an arcade release or SF5. So, I don't know. I'm sort of in limbo at the moment as to what I want to play this year because, as we'll talk about, Street Fighter 5, Season 4 of that is a little bit uninspiring at the moment just because, like, nothing's been said. And, they announced a patch for BB Tag, but literally nothing. Like, they announced it, and we don't know when it's coming out. So the game is actually even dead here because everyone's just waiting for the patch and like it's going to change that up a lot. So I don't know what I'm doing games-wise, but you know, MKX is definitely on my radar. Oh, MK11, sorry. It's on my radar because it's on Switch, but you know, we'll see, I guess.
Give it a try. I mean, because I played MK before and Injustice, the games, they're not hard to play, but they just require some knowledge of the system and strings because there are some strings in it, so it's not that hard to pick up. I mean, it's not Street Fighter 5 easy, but it's not anywhere near as complex as say games like Tekken or KOF or something like that. So yeah,
we'll see. It would be nice to have something you don't have to like work to get competition for, if that makes sense. Like Street Fighter 5, you can jump in ranked anywhere and you'll get competition. Like you don't have to work for it, but if you don't play something as big, you kind of have to put in effort to like find people who are good and stuff like that. So I don't know.
It's good.
That's just what I'm at.
It's always wholesome to have a scene, so it just makes stuff easier.
Speaking of having a scene, I want to give a shout out to how good Smash Ultimate is and how bad the online for that game is.
I know.
Honestly, that is the one thing keeping me from actually picking up that game in a serious capacity. The online for that game in Japan on a wired connection has lag in it. Like it's not good. It's not good.
I don't know much about online. I hear abysmal stories more than the usual FGC title online, more than any online fighting game. But the support for this game is phenomenal. I just got sent a message previously. So for Nintendo Australia, for those who may not know, they're holding like some online qualifiers for some and then the finals is at some con in Melbourne, and 989 people signed up to the online qualifier. Now my first thought is, wow, that's a fuck ton of people. And as a TO, my immediate second thought is, good fucking luck to whoever has to run this fucked up bracket of 1,000 people online, because it's gonna be an absolute fucking nightmare. So, but yeah, to see like close to 1,000 people sign up to a game online, like, you know, that falls under the FGC slash Smash banner, is phenomenal, honestly. And I don't think it's gonna the support is gonna slow down. Personally, like, I don't think it's gonna be a case of Street Fighter 5 at EVO, where the first year they get 5,000 entrants, then the next year half. I don't see Smash Ultimate slowing down. I think at worst they'll get 5,000 at EVO this year, and I think next year it's gonna keep going, because people are already familiar with how Smash 4 slash Smash Ultimate play, or what to expect. And if they're not gonna stick around for a game like that, they would have dropped off like when Smash 4 died. But yeah, that's my personal opinion. So I'm very excited for Smash, seeing an Ultimate and just seeing the scene grow and get better. And the game is actually fucking hype. Jesus Christ. Like, I don't know
like
much about what's happening, but it's hype.
Like, we're going to talk about Genesis and Phantom in a bit. Like, we do have results, but if you're watching the video, we don't have displays or anything. But one thing I want to say about Smash tournaments is that game, like, at its core, is a party game. And like,
Yeah.
this isn't a shot. So hang on. Just let me
Blasphemous!
So when you see tournaments from Nintendo, right? And like a lot of them, especially in the US, had a couple of wacky rules, like free for all, items on, and stuff like that. There is going to be a percentage of tournaments that are thrown on that are just not for us, right? They're not for the competitive community. And I think if you're going to take the game seriously in any sort of serious capacity, just sort of put the pitchforks down a little bit when you see stuff like that, because while we are like important to the growth of the game, especially like long term, like the people who are going to stick around, you know, we're going to be the people's evangelizing the game, not the casuals. But you can't underestimate like the casual appeal of something like Smash. So when you see tournaments, like, I'm not necessarily talking about this one, but with items and all sorts of other BS on, sort of like calm down, like give them a little bit more of a benefit of the doubt than you would say other tournaments, because we aren't their primary concern at the end of the day. Like, any growth is good growth, sure, but like, you know, just relax, fellas. Like, just relax. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Sorry. I was sending a message.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
I agree. But I agree with what you said, I think.
So, do you want to touch like real quick? I mean,
Yeah,
we're gonna be
I
all
wanna
over the
touch.
place.
Yeah.
Let's talk Phantom for a bit. I'm just going to talk about the winners because that's all I have in front of me.
I was only there for day 2, so
Okay.
I only know what happened
I'll
on
run through
Sunday.
the winners real quick, just like top ones. Melee singles was won by IBDW, who I believe is the New York player. One
Correct.
of the guys that came out.
Correct. Used to be sponsored, and his sponsorship ended like right after he won Phantom.
Huh.
Yes.
Did the sponsor fly him out, or did the community fly him out? How did that work?
Honestly, I don't know, but I know him and SFAT were there as internationals. I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone knows SFAT. I know who SFAT is. I don't know who the other guy
like,
is.
he's taken out like top names, but he actually lost to Spud.
You know who he?
So
Yep. I was about to say. So I don't know if you know this, John, or like if the FGC people know. So SFAT, you know, world famous top 10 melee player in the world. I think he's like top 10 or top 20 at worst. So when at Genesis last month, Spud beat him 3-0, and fuck yeah, Spud, because, you know, hell yeah. So Spud beat him 3-0, and the dude was hella salty, but like friendly rivalry salty. He's like, dude, I'm gonna come to Australia, I'm gonna fuck you up. And true to his word, he did come to Australia. Unfortunately, he did not fuck Spud up, because Spud beat him once again 3-0 in losers bracket in losers final to make grand finals against IBDW or whatever his name. Yeah, IBDW. So Spud, he's fucking legit, dude. Like, it's not, that doesn't come as news to anyone. He's ranked top 50 in the world, and yeah, it's great to see someone of that caliber that lives so close. You know, yeah, he is absolutely amazing, and yeah, just can't wait. I just want to see him fly more and just fucking ruin more people internationally, because he is more than capable and he deserves that opportunity, definitely. And again, shout outs to fucking Darksided looking after, you know, Spud, and flying him places and getting his name bigger and more recognized. So, you know, it's great to see, like you said before, just all these orgs just being so wholesome and caring and having the foresight. They're like, we're gonna invest today for tomorrow. So big ups to Darksided, and so yeah.
And to run down the rest of the results real quick, so like we said, IBDW won singles, he won doubles with SFAT. Smash Ultimate was won by Luco, who is a NES player.
Dude!
He was top in Smash 4, I think, as well.
Yes.
So, like, that's not a huge surprise, but it was a wash. Like, he did
He won it in winners, and look, seriously, like, who doesn't... I know you know a bit about Smash. I don't know how much the people in the chat know about Smash. I don't know how many of our listeners are Smash people, but, like, to put it into perspective so maybe the people will understand, Luca is, like, top tier nice guy. He is he is the Muttons or like the Abby of Smash. Like, that's how fucking nice he is. Or Sketch, you know what I mean? He's that fucking nice. He's just an absolutely lovable, wholesome dude. And for him to win, and it's his first singles win, I believe, in Smash Ultimate. Yeah. So yeah, like I was ecstatic. I was over the moon, and he beat a guy from Melbourne. So hold it, Melbourne. So yeah, so very happy to see Luca wins.
And doubles was won by Defective Dagger and Jay Dizzle. I didn't see any of that, but
I didn't watch doubles.
It was cool.
But they're both from
where was
Melbourne.
The venue, by the way, I couldn't recognize it from the stream.
The venue was at the Roundhouse in UNSW.
Right, that
Yeah.
explains it.
Yeah. Free parking at the venue. It's in Kensington. It's close to Mampuku. Actually, I had Mampuku yesterday. I had the cold ramen.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I haven't had Mampuku in a while, and I had this big ass cold ramen dish with like mango and egg in it, and it was fucking phenomenal, bro. I had dreams about it. Sure.
I'm curious to see how Endgame TV got wrapped up into, like, maybe someone in the chat will know this, but Endgame TV is like they're a US based streaming org. They do a lot of Splatoon stuff and Smash stuff, so I'm curious to see how they got wrapped up in it. Obviously, Melbourne Melee handled the Melee side of things, and Dom always does a phenomenal job.
From what I know, I was speaking to Sean Forpa from Wollongong, and I think if what he told me is the guy from Endgame. So apparently he flew to Australia for one event, and then he really liked how they ran the Australia ran the event, and he's like, if we can help you with anything, let us know. And then they reached out to him again, and then he was like, yeah, I'm gonna get Endgame TV to stream your shit. So apparently it's the guy from, he's a community guy. His name's, I forgot what Sean told me his name, like Hikaru or some shit like that. I don't know exactly. And he sounded like a sick cunt. He came up, I was talking to, who was I talking to? I was having a conversation to Pudge. Was it Pudge outside? No, I was having a conversation with Dennis, the Sydney Melee tier, and then that guy from Endgame TV came up to Dennis off his face, and then just kept like telling him, like, just making fun of the Australian slang. He's like, do you know how many times I said the word schooner? Do you know how, like, he's like, since last year, every time me and my friends want to go to Mickey D, we call it Mackers. You guys now make me say Mackers. Like, he was a funny cunt. But yeah, so I think that's how that he came to an event last year, really liked it, and he wanted to help the Australian Smash scene. So he's like, yo, we're gonna stream this shit for you guys. So that's dope.
Cool.
Yeah.
So the VODs for that are up. Probably Endgame TV has them in Melbourne for Melee. Yeah, it looked good. Like, Smash is great. I think so. So I spoke to Dom about this because we were talking about we'll talk about Melee at Evo and all that sort of stuff. But
hold on, was Dom at Phantom?
Dom streamed it. Dom, like Melbourne Melee Dom.
Fuck.
Dom Hines.
Yeah, fuck. I didn't say hi to him. I'm a fucking idiot. Fuck.
So basically, for any further Smash discussions, this is more for an FGC people. Our Smash Brothers is to the Smash community what our Kappa is to the Street Fighter community. That is to say, like, not emblematic of people who actually show up. So when you see stuff online, like, we're going to talk about the EVO results in a minute, like the reactions and stuff like that. A lot of the people who actually show up to events, like, especially EVO, we're jumping ahead a bit, but they were pretty level-headed about it. So, like, while online there might be culturally a lot of a difference between, like, FGC and Smash, and I think, you know, like, it's its own thing, whatever. Like, again, our Kappa Smash Bros, they're not emblematic of the offline scene, so just sort of, like, chill out, I guess, is my thing.
Yeah.
we'll talk more about that in a minute. I want to get the other Smash news out of the way in the form of Genesis real quick. I'll just run through like the top three of that. So Ultimate obviously was huge, like so big that people like Leffen, like mainstay names in the Melee community, like Leffen DQ'd himself out of just to focus on Ultimate. But top three for that real quick was Sam Sora with Peach Daisy. I don't know if those characters are actually different. Void
Very
with
slightly.
Pichu and Wolf in second. They're slightly different.
Very, very, very slightly. Like from what I know, Echo Fighters are pretty much the same, but very, very slightly different. Yeah.
I don't know exactly what Daisy's. Anyway, whatever. He played both. Void had Pichu Wolf in second, and then MK Leo won with Ike Lucina. That tournament was hectic. It's just like it's very emblematic that this game is going to have legs. And if one game is going to quote unquote not kill Melee, but like replace Melee as like the main Smash game,
you can't kill Melee. Like people.
I mean, you can make it. It's a lot smaller. Like
you can't kill Melee. I think if Melee was gonna die, it would have died a long time ago. That's my 2 cents. I think it will have its lulls, but I personally don't think Melee is gonna die.
It's due for another one of those lulls, I think. But anyway, that tournament was sick. I like the fact that it seems like counterpicking is going to be a part of this meta on a character level as well as the stage level. Like, that is hectic. Melee is looking really good too. Like, just in the top 4 alone, you had Amsa with Yoshi. Pluck was the highest placing Fox, and he played Sheik. Pikachu in second, and then, like, Hungrybox won with Jigglypuff. Which, like, I don't know, I see a lot of people complaining about that character, but the next highest placing Puff is, like, top 16. And after that, it's like top 48.
Come on, guys. The game's been out for 17 years. If you guys want to complain like, I don't know, year 3 or year 4 or year 5. No, that's the meta now. You guys, like, you can't be like, I'm going to play this 17-year-old game, but then complain about the meta. Like, fuck me dead. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, just this is the game that you give in. It's not gonna fucking change. You either you're either in it to play it or shut the fuck up and man up. Like, straight up, that's the game. It's not broken. It's just you don't like it.
Smash person on to talk about wobbling, to talk about like I don't think
Jiggly isn't broken.
Talking about banning Jigglypuff, but the wobbles discussion I think shows a very emblematic difference between the scenes, right? Like, if you're FGC, it's like, well, it's in the game, you let it rock. Especially with a character who's not dominating the meta at all. The highest placing Ice Climbers in singles was, let me look at this, it's like top 24. Like, they're not doing any sort of serious work, but because it's easy and like a low play, if you're not good at the game, like it's a problem at low levels, but the argument is like, well, the Ice Climber players should get good and learn to win without it. But if you're like a traditional fighter, it'll be like, well, the person losing to the shit thing that is obviously very easily counterable should get good, not the person using this one abusable thing that is very clearly flawed.
I know.
But that's a discussion.
That's a discussion for another day.
I want to get a Melee person on to talk about that. That's we're out of our depth there, and I fully acknowledge that.
All right. No more Smash. I'm done with Smash. Fucking Ice
I mean, we'll talk about it with the EVO 19 lineup, but I want to talk about EVO Japan results real quick. So, how far do you want me to go down with this? Like, top 3?
Top 3. Keep it top 3.
Okay. Like, I'll just do the lot, then we'll talk about it as we please. So, working backwards, Street Fighter V Arcade Edition, 3rd place, Power with Cammy. 2nd place, Fudo with Birdie Armika. Again, 1st place, Momochi Zeku Colleen, which was sick. Good for him. He's sponsored by Vitrix. That company seems to be doing things. We'll talk about that later. Tekken 7.
Are they the new Mad Cats?
Oh, God, I hope not. The etching thing seems cool, but anyway, we're going to get results. 3rd place, Cherry Berry Mango with Jin and Noctis. 2nd place, AK with Shaheen and Paul. 1st place, Arslan Ash with Kazumi. We'll talk about that later. That's a story and a half. Guilty Gear, 3rd place, Tomo with Leo. 2nd place, Cha 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 with Kum. 1st place, Samito with Chip. I think, what's his name? Amito, what's his name?
The Johnny player.
The guy who won last year. He couldn't make it out, so he came and commentated. He couldn't get the whole weekend off or something, but anyway, that's good stuff to him. There's Arc Revo points associated with that. Blaze Blue Goat Tag Battle. 3rd place, Hyde with Ruby Gordo. 2nd place, Marcus, whatever, with Ruby Gordo. 1st place, Tomo with Mai and Gordo. That game's getting a balance patch. That game's sick. Love it a lot. Soul Calibur 6 was SHK, what's his name?
Zasalamel. He came third. Shen Chan.
Cervantes, or Shen Chan's Cervantes in second, and Keeve's Nightmare in first. KOF, which is like still popping in Asia for some reason. Third place Score with lots of characters. Second place ET with lots of characters. First place M Dash with lots of characters. Bunch of side tournaments. I don't care about them. Let's talk about Evo Japan. What do you reckon?
Great event. I think from a spectator point of view.
But yeah, okay, that's a good qualifier.
Yeah. I feel kind of gutted for Evo Japan and people who attend Evo Japan, because as someone who's been to quite a few Japanese tournaments, and I've said that on record many times, Japan really sucks at running tournaments. Like, they're very fucking bad at running tournaments. There are some great ones like that I hear consistently good stories about, like for example Co-op Cup. I hear it's always run good, and community always has fun with it, but they're really bad at running big scale FGC tournaments. And I'm going back as like 2012, at like last SBO and shit, when it was like run outside in a fucking park under the sun in the middle of summer with glare and insects and shit. I don't know, like, and plus even like the people that run the event, they don't have no idea what the fuck is happening. Anyway, I don't want to talk about it. That's why when people tell me I'm going Evo Japan, I'm like, focus more on the Japan bit, less on the Evo bit, and your trip will be infinitely better. But after losing $1 million last year, they came back. They decided to run it at Fukuoka. For obvious reasons, it's cheaper. It was a bit further. They did lose entrants massively across the board. I don't know what kind of state they're in at the moment. I mean,
well, they're running again next year. We know that.
I mean,
so it's
alright,
obviously
so
not that bad unless they sign like a deal. I don't know.
I still want to give it to, like, people are saying, oh, it's their first year, oh, it's their second year. I mean, yeah, but it's like, it's not new to Japan running an FGC tournament. You should get it right by now. But
so what my understanding of Evo Japan is like, obviously it's not Evo running it. They signed out the names.
Yeah.
They signed off the name, like they sold it out to some company, and those people running it are not embedded in the community. Like, they just saw the name and wanted a thing, which is fine. Like, we're not going to talk about it too much because there's nothing much that can be said about this. But one I guess slant that you could sort of make an argument for Evo Japan is what's popular in the US is not necessarily as popular in Asia, right?
Correct.
So a good example for that is KOF 14. KOF 14 is popping in Asia, but it's basically dead in the West, like, relatively speaking. So one good way I think to sort of keep Evo Japan running is they can market different games almost. Like, for example, DOA didn't make it into Evo West, but you could have like, oh, well, Evo Japan's the tournament you go to if you like KOF, DOA. Like, you have your cores obviously, but if there are regional games that are bigger, you could sort of market it that way, or you're hitting like two different types of main title games. That's really the only thing I could see saving Evo Japan, short of them running like a miracle tournament next year, I think.
Look, one thing I think Evo Japan needs to do is just so that, like, from a business side of view, so they can recuperate the fucking losses, is charge people entry fee. Like, it's fine.
They can't. It becomes gambling. It's a law thing.
Yeah, I don't know how they're gonna like sustain it when they're like not charging people shit and they're still pumping all this money into it. I mean, imagine losing $1 million, bro, in like over the course of 3 days. That's a lot of money. Like, I want them to
investment like this though. Like, Evo's been around since what, 03? Losing money in 1 year, like, you're not expecting to turn a profit in the first year, but what's really going to carry them is the word of mouth. And if the word of mouth is, oh, it's a Japanese tournament and they're all garbage, like,
yeah, that's not going to save you.
You don't even have the draw of Tokyo. You're in Fukuoka running a bad tournament.
Yeah.
Like, you got to get something right, you know what I mean? Like, if you're not going to charge entry fees, run a good tournament. Like,
run it in Osaka. So they should run it in Osaka. It's like Tokyo, except better. Did I just trigger all the weebs? Nah, I'm joking. Yeah, but
Tokyo's alright.
Alright, Jonah, I can hear you internally screaming all the way from here. Relax. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not shit talking Evo Japan. I just really wanted to succeed. Like, I really wanted to succeed for the greater community and for everyone involved. So yeah, like, that's why I'm like, just Anyway, the best thing about EVO Japan was Aslan Ash, who is the fucking best. I'm sure a lot of people know. It took him 2.5 days to get to EVO Japan because, Pakistan and passports in Pakistan and visa shit. So I had to fly 5 different flights, and then he literally arrived at the venue at 9 a.m. for his pool to start at 10 a.m. after flying for 2.5 days straight. And then he lost in top 64 or something like that to a very fair character by the name of Kazuya Mishima. Very fair. And then he made it all the way back through losers to win the tournament. And he pretty much blew up. He had two tournaments to make his name. One tournament where he's like, oh, this guy's legit. Another tournament he won through losers after almost not making the tournament, and now he just blew up, put Pakistan on the map. And I'm really, really, really fucking excited for him and for the entire country. And I really want to see more Paki players fly out and just destroy people, because they have a massive scene. I mean, let's put it this way: he won EVO Japan, went back to Pakistan, and placed 7th at a local. That should tell you the level of Tekken that is being played at Pakistan right now, where the EVO champ placed 7th, at a local. So
was it Nee that said he was going to fly to Pakistan to train
this month,
with SC?
yes, and that's just a testament to when Nee, the Tekken god, the most synonymous player with the game Tekken. He's like, yo, obviously Korea, we've hit a level, or I can't improve no more. And Pakistan is the next level for me to ascend. So he's flying there so he can train with the Pakistani players and improve on his skills. So that's a testament by itself just to how high the level of Tekken that is being played in Pakistan right now is. So Pakistan. So interesting. So
it's good.
Also, another thing with I'm happy about, because Aslan won, that means AK didn't win, and that's, for people that know me, I fucking hate the way AK plays Tekken. So any loss to AK is a win for me and the greater Tekken community. So thank you, Aslan, for not only winning, for making sure AK doesn't win. So yeah.
Is there a problem? Can you elaborate on that at all, or no?
He plays, essentially his style is, I don't know how to explain it. It's 50-50 on roids. If that makes sense. But the kid has mad reactions and he actually has mad neutral. So I give him that. But his style is just so vile. The way he plays. It's either he places he makes a grand final at a tournament, or doesn't make top 16, top 32. If he's 50-50s are on point, he's gonna fuck you up. And if he's feeling himself. But if he's not, then he's nothing. And it just so happened that on EVO weekend he was fucking up a lot of people. But 50-50 can only carry you so far, especially when you're playing someone who plays Aslan's style is different from literally anyone. He is unique with the way he plays his game. And the reason why he's so unique is the way he moves. And the way he moves, I think I said it in a tweet, I can write a fucking essay on how Aslan moves in Tekken. The way he moves is insane. It's almost as if a robot is moving. It's almost non-human the way he moves and how he positions himself and how he takes advantage of Kazumi's great range on jabs and just pokes and lows. And he never commits to anything too risky unless it's a hard fucking read, which always fucking pays off because he conditioned you and he knows exactly what you're gonna fucking do because he's living right here. He's living in your head by the time 30 seconds has passed in the first round. He already paid his rent and he moved in. That's why he's just so amazing at playing the game, and he's just a joy to watch. And there's a set that happened last year actually, him and Nee at in a tournament in Dubai or Saudi Arabia or something, and from then he made a buzz. He made a buzz in the Tekken world where he beat Nee twice, 3-0, 3-0, and just people started dissecting and talking about his style of play. And obviously he's been able to work on it and perfect it all the way to win a tournament as big as EVO Japan. So yeah, man, I know I'm deriding Aslan, but his Tekken is phenomenal. I don't, anyone who knows anything about Tekken can attest to that. So yeah.
It was a good ass tournament.
Yep.
Or I mean, from a spectator standpoint, like we said,
Yep.
it was good from a spectator standpoint. But one thing that did come out of, or not come out of that tournament, but has since been revealed, are the 9 games from EVO 2019. So I want to talk about them a little quick.
Okay.
So I'll run through them just in case you don't know what they are. But SF5, Arcade Edition, Dragon Ball FighterZ, Tekken 7, BB Cross Tag, Mortal Kombat 11, Smash Ultimate, and then Samurai Showdown, Soul Calibur 6, and Under Night In Birth EXE latest.
Do you like this list?
So this was actually a very obvious list to me, and I'll explain why. It's basically there's no secret really that obviously Capital Venture sort of plays a part in the EVO lineup. Someone in the chat asked, how do they make money if they don't charge entry fees? People pay to get their games there. This is a very good advertising opportunity for a lot of these companies.
Yeah.
And to me, I look at this list, I see 8 people that paid their way in, and then no, we care about the community with the form of Unist. That being said, I think it's mostly a good list outside of Sam Show, which is a very big question mark.
Personally, I actually called 8 out of the 9 games, and the only game that I didn't call was actually Unio, and I thought Meelee's going to be there. So that was the list that they announced was actually I got 8 out of 9 right. Melee, I don't know, man. A month before, when the Super Bowl was fucking happening in America, there was a Genesis. Yeah, Genesis was happening, and they had over 100,000 viewers or something watching Melee finals when the Super Bowl was happening. The game has massive draw, massive appeal, still attracts a lot of hype. I mean, the community is still booming. It's unfortunate, I guess, but if you think about it, it's kinda understandable. I don't know, a lot of...
It was inevitable.
It was inevitable. It's just a matter of when. You know what I mean? If you think if you think about it like this, let's be real. EVO is a massive, massive tournament, but it's not the only massive, massive tournament. You know what I mean? No community needs EVO. That's fact. No community needs EVO. Yes, EVO helps your cause. Helps draw attention to your game. Maybe more eyes on your scene, what your community, what you're doing. Yes. But does any fighting game need EVO? Hell fuck no. No game in the world I reckon needs EVO. Now, was Melee always gonna be on the EVO lineup? Of course not. It was just a matter of time. And they decided this is the time, which actually, if you think about it, makes perfect sense, especially seeing how big Ultimate is. And it's really hard, I feel, for EVO to balance 2 Melee games. And one thing they say all the time when people ask them, are you going to do exhibitions or grudge matches or something like that? They're with a tournament as big as EVO, it's always hard for us to, fit in everything on the schedule, blah, blah, blah. And I feel them not having Melee anymore makes a lot of sense for them to kind of streamline and fine-tune the event in terms of scheduling and in terms of allowing newer games to get some shine that maybe they weren't getting at other tournaments. So to me, personally, I think EVO made the right choice. Hey, this is my opinion. I'm not hating on Melee. I just said 10 minutes ago, Melee will never die. And I believe that wholeheartedly. Which also ties into me saying you don't need EVO. No game needs EVO to survive. So I think it was the right choice. I'm sorry. I actually think it was the right choice to make, and I'm sure Melee will bounce back. I have no doubt in my mind.
So, a couple of things to your point. You're talking about EVO's unique views and how it was all super high and all that sort of stuff. You hear that and you think, oh, well, of course they're going to have it, but it doesn't really account for 2 big things when it comes to dealing with Melee at these tournaments. Melee players have the lowest crossover between other games, both in terms of a hardware perspective because they have to run CRTs and stuff like that. So you got to talk about the associated costs with the hardware and that space in the ballroom floor that you can't use for anything else because it's literally just this one ancient game that won't die, which is great, but if you're a TL, it's a nightmare. The other thing is that Melee players, generally speaking, only enter Melee. So you're not getting people that are going to have the crossover there. You hear the stories about Finals Day, Melee players filling up the ballroom or the stadium, what is Mandalay Bay for finals and then leaving immediately. So automatically, like if you're taking shots at the venue, if you're watching Guilty Gear or any game for that matter, because people who don't play Melee don't care about Melee, and Melee players don't care about anything else. It's not like I can sit down and watch Tekken, right? But I mean, like, okay, I play Melee. I'm a weird case, but like FGC people can watch other games and appreciate it, whereas there's a very big divide between Melee specifically and all the other games. So it looks bad. I don't have people, like a percentage of people going only for one game, or a percentage of people going not to watch one game, which takes 4 hours to run their top 8, and it's not even their preferred rule set because they like 3 out of 5. So stuff like that.
Yep.
That being said, Ultimate is good because there is more crossover with that game. With Melee play specifically, especially as a lot of the
The
top
gods, I mean, the gods are playing it. Like Mango,
And FGC
Leffen,
people love the game
Amada,
because it's so good.
Mewtwo King, like they're all playing the game. So all the Melee gods are playing SF5. Oh, SF5. Fuck, no one's playing SF5. All the Melee gods are playing Ultimate.
So yeah, I don't know, it sucks, but especially like Melee players and Mr. Wizard have had all sorts of issues in the past. Like it was inevitable. The game is going to be fine, and thank God. Like I mean, the Evo have given other games a chance to shine, like Eunice, which is obviously like the like fairy tale ending of this year, I guess. But
Look, I'm pretty sure I've said it before, but on record, people may not remember. I really think Unia was one of the most underrated games ever. Like I feel it never got the shine it deserves in a lot of ways. I mean, I only played the game when it first came out because it has a dude that carries a big ass purple scythe, and that was literally why I bought the game, because you know I have a fetish for scythes. So yeah, and it was a fun game. It was a really fun game, really easy to get into, and really enjoyable. I mean, it's not as complicated as a lot of anime fighters, and I feel it's kind of one of its strengths where it is anime without being too anime, if that makes sense. And I don't know.
The only thing that Eunice has against it is the rubbish terminology, like for things that are so basic. Just like, oh, you do this and you can cancel on block. Like if you win the neutral, you get this move, you hit the D button twice, and it's an FADC or a combo extender. But instead it's like right-click thesaurus, the most nonsensical words, and that turns a lot of people off the game. That's the worst. That's the thing it has against it. It's just eccentric, and it doesn't need to be, because it's a grounded game that's very easy to get into. So
Hipster anime.
Which is like, why do you want that? Why would you shoot for that aesthetic? It just blows my mind. Like, it's just cutting yourself off at the knees.
Yeah, that's alright. Hey, they're Eva. That's all that matters.
Yeah, no, like, it's good. Like I said, I'm happy for it.
Can we talk about the Sunday lineup real quick?
Oh, yeah, what is the Sunday
So the Sunday lineup is Street Fighter, Tekken, BB, and Ultimate, I think.
Crossbag and Ultimate, that's right.
So what order do you think they're going to run it? I think BB first, Street Fighter last.
No, see, I actually don't... I reckon if Smash Ultimate gets more than Street Fighter 5, I reckon Ultimate could actually be last.
I'm sorry, I don't care if there's 50,000 people at Ultimate. Eva will forever be Capcom. Like, they'll always have Capcom's balls resting like right here on their fucking forehead. That's what
Capcom
I think.
doesn't look like... Looks like they have nothing to announce. Like, we didn't get anything in Evo Japan. Season 4 is still like...
Yeah, but, you know, Evo's not till August, so... Nah, man, E Honda's coming. You know what I'm saying? E Honda.
No, he's not.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hand slaps are going to be behind V Trigger.
I think, I honestly think it's gonna be BB Tag, then Street Fighter. Sorry, BB Tag first, Street Fighter last. I just don't know what's second or how it's gonna be. For me, I hope Tekken is second last because it's the best fucking game, and I'm guessing
that's actually the best time slot. You know, they looked at that last year because it always runs late. Tekken wants that second last spot because that's going to get the most eyes on it. I want Tekken to have that spot. Like, I'm taking the day off to watch it. Like, I don't know where I'm going to be. August 2 to 4. I'm going to be on a plane coming back to Australia, so I guess I don't know how I'm going to watch that. But to me, like, you run anime first. You sort of let the kids have their fun. You let them play their Mugen. It's a great game, but it's not for everyone. You then run Smash, so then it's like, alright, now we've got some, like, good-ass Tekken and some comfort food Street Fighter. Like,
Yeah,
then you have, like, the traditional Evo block.
that makes sense to me. I mean, like, I literally just bought floor seats for Sunday finals yesterday. So, I hope Tekken is second last game. It's gonna be good, but I think that should be the schedule for Sunday. BB first, and then Ultimate. Plus, Ultimate will probably have a longer top 8, so they'd probably want to pump it before Tekken, and then
Yeah.
and then Tekken, and then Street Fighter. What are you laughing at?
No, just like the thought of Smash top 8.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
Ultimate is faster, but like
It is.
just traditionally, man, like they run their best of 5 series like mini, like they're test matches. Like God, they go on forever. I don't care. I'm gonna watch the entire Sunday. Like they're 4 games. I give a shit about their 4 games. I'm gonna watch, but I realize that I'm in the minority on that one.
Can I just say, Dragon Ball not being on Sunday? What do you think about that?
Good.
I think
It's a crap viewer game. Like you can like the game, but you have to. Even the most diehard players of that game have to acknowledge how bad it is for viewers.
it gets stale after a while. I'm sorry, like, just seeing people block for 6.5 hours non-stop, and then random super dashes
Repeat
crossing
level 3s, no
crossing
thank
up
you.
it, and like, yeah, I honestly, like, I'm sorry, but I honestly think Eva made the right choice with a lot of things, with the Sunday finals, with the game inclusions, DOA not being there. I think it's hard to say. Is it because of the whole core values incident,
It's not.
or is it because
There's no way that deal was made that close. It's absolutely not because
Yeah.
of that. There's just no way.
I don't know. So, I mean, I'm sure DL will be there in some capacity as a side tournament or whatever. Maybe Melee as well. I don't
No,
know.
I doubt Melee will be there. I think DOA will be there.
Yeah,
But,
but I think, hey man, I'm actually. Oh, Samurai Showdown. Let's talk a bit about that. The game isn't out yet. I mean, it does have a lot of history in the FGC. The game looks fucking sweet. Like, that's one thing you can say. Like, it's not like when Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite was coming out, or when CoF 14 was coming out, and people were looking at the graphics going, are these games for PS2? I don't get it. Is this a PS2 game? I don't fucking get it. The game looks fucking sweet. It looks like it's gonna be hype. Have you seen some of the combo damage in this shit, bro? Like, just one touch is taking 80% of your life. I'm like, God.
well,
damn.
that's Sam show. Like,
Yeah.
that's why you play that game.
Yeah.
I'm cautiously optimistic just because new SNK as of late has been like questionable.
Yeah.
SNK Heroines, like,
What's
I mean,
that?
CoF 14 of the bat was like garbage. It got good if you liked that kind of thing. SNK Heroines, so like I want it to be good, but I'm cautiously optimistic, especially when it comes to newer SNK games. Like I hope it's great. If it's great, I will probably main that game because it's just like it appeals to stuff I like. But
I mean,
I don't trust
it's
SNK.
samurai dudes with swords. I mean, what's there not to like? I'm gonna
combos
fucking
and
buy
you
Samurai Showdown. Fuck me. As if I'm not gonna buy this game. And I've never played this. Wait, I did play one of them. What's the one with Genjiro? The guy that.
I don't know. Is it 5 Special?
I
That
don't
seems
know.
to be the one that we played in Sydney for a while.
The one we
I
played
don't
at
know
Irks one
a little
time.
about the
Yeah,
game.
that guy is dope. Like, you know, I played that for like one day, and that guy is hella dope. I'm like, yeah, that guy's good. Does anyone know what Sam Show Genjiro is?
Anyway, someone in the chat
Chat-
will tell us.
chat, help
Going
me.
back to the DOA point, you know that could be a perfect example of like maybe you run that in Asia because let's be honest, DOA in the West is kind of a meme anyway.
But
It's got a stigma to shake, whereas in Asia it's not because that's like the crossover between people who want the like fan servicey stuff in DOA and the FGC side. They're pretty similar, so that could be an example of one where you run it at Evo and not West. But I don't know. Or Evo World, I think is what they call it. But anyway, it doesn't matter.
so Genjiro is apparent in all of them. He's like a staple character. Thanks, Tree. Yeah, another thing I was gonna say. Dennis just came back from Japan and he was telling us how it's so easy to play DOA at the arcade. Like, it's actually has a scene and people play consistently. So yeah, just another testament of how big DOA is in Japan, for example.
Yeah. For reference, it's the machines that it runs on. It's not on Nessica. Nessica is a big one, which runs like Blaze Blue, KOF, Fexel, like those sort of games. It's on like the tier
Fexel.
underneath that runs like Guilty Gear, Unest, and DOA, which does. It's not like my local doesn't have that, for example, but like Mikado has it. Hey has it. Like all the big ones have it, but it's not going to be at your local. Like where every arcade you go to, you can play Tekken, you can play Blaze Blue, stuff like that. Yeah, it's big.
Yeah. What else? What else?
What else has been going on? The Capcom Pro Tour 2019 DLC got announced, inspiring zero confidence in the game for this year because we know nothing about Season 4, and all that we got was this year's meme paid stage, which they're going to just pump more like ads for the Pro Tour stuff on anyway, and some crap costumes, and 10,000 fight money. This is not a good look for a game that I really, really want to, but it's not really inspiring any confidence this year, is it?
Look, people know where I stand on SF5. I think it's a very bad game. It's the way it was designed is not for the FGC. And
okay.
Look,
we don't have to go down that road. I disagree with you. But
listen, hear me out. It had a clear purpose. It wanted to be pushed as an esports game, and it was rushed. All right, which is fair. One thing I'm hopeful for, and I was telling BK and Xavier the other day, the silver lining about the whole SF5 fiasco since it came out to where it is now. Capcom now knows that even though they can really look, let's not say SF5 is a shit game. All right, let's be civil about this. Questionable. All right, I'm just gonna say SF5 is a questionable entry in the SF5 series. Now Capcom knows they can release a game that is as questionable, I can't even pronounce the word right, questionable as Street Fighter V, and still have a lot of backing behind it from the community. Even though people love to hate on it, I love to hate on it and talk shit about it and drag its name through the fucking mud and everything. They can still have a successful Pro Tour year after year. They can still have a lot of people playing the game, still have a lot of eyes on the game. Now, the silver lining of all of this, and this is me being ridiculously positive and hopeful, Capcom already knows this. So they know if they were to fucking make Street Fighter 6 and make the game bang, make the game good is a very subjective term, but make the game appealing to a wider hardcore audience, can you imagine how much they will fucking kill it? Can you just imagine that? Like, they won't have another title riddled with question marks and we don't have an arcade mode on release, or a story mode, blah blah blah, this like that. Just make a game that it is actually appealing to the FGC with all the other stuff for casual gamers. Can you imagine how much Capcom would kill it? Fucking hell, like that's what I want. Like, I can't wait for 2020 because Capcom on record said we're supporting this game till 2020. So in my mind, I'm like, one more year of SF5 and that saga will end. You know what I mean? However it ends. But I want to look to the future. I want Capcom to learn as much as they can from this SF5 saga and then fucking pump Street Fighter 6 and make a game that will fucking bang. And I'll buy it and I'll fucking play it. Like, I'd love to play a Street Fighter title. You know what I mean? The game has a lot mad appeal. Just unfortunately, Street Fighter 5 ended up being this hot and cold title that people still fucking debating whether it's good or bad, years after it's been out. So that's unfortunate, but at the same time, there is silver lining. So that's just my 2 cents on Street Fighter 5 and Capcom. Man, Capcom hasn't released a good fighting game since Marvel 3. Marvel 3 came in 2011. We're in 2019 now. The games that was Street Fighter Cross Tekken, which didn't even start telling me how good it was because of the neutral. No, it had good neutral, but that's not enough. The game's boring as fuck. Then they released fucking Street Fighter 5. Then there is Marvel Infinite. Like, come on, man, Capcom, get it. You're killing it with Monster Hunter and Devil May Cry and shit.
But that's a recent thing, which is why I think there's reason to be hopeful in the future.
Yes, I am hopeful. I am always hopeful. I always believe the glass is half full. You know what I mean? Let's fucking do it, Capcom. You got this. You know how to make good fighting games. Fuck.
The thing about SF5 and SFXT, and why I'm positive for the future, is they both, if you like them, they both got good eventually. SFXT 2013 was good eventually, but the damage had been done. Street Fighter 5, if you like the way it played, by Arcade Edition was good. I think because of the financial state of Capcom at the moment, or then, like now it's a different story. They're killing it on all other fronts except fighting games at the moment. I have reason to be hopeful that they'll get it right out of the gate, which is important for the perception of the games going forward. But as someone now playing Street Fighter V, I see very little reason to invest in the game because Season 4 was people say it's a good patch. It was an iterative patch. It didn't change enough.
Didn't change
it's
much.
Boring. I'm not playing to make money. I'm playing to have fun. And what I see from Season 4 is not enough to sort of keep me going from Season 3. And the fact that they've said nothing except like, oh, here are the costumes. I don't know, buy the costumes. Buy this year's costumes. That's what's got me a little bit, actually, I don't know what I'm going to play this year. That might not be Street Fighter 5.
I hear rumors that there might be a patch this month. Rumors, I don't know.
Stupid time to do it. They should have done it at EVO Japan. They had final round, right? They should have done it at EVO Japan.
No, final round hasn't happened yet.
It.
Final round hasn't happened yet. It's sometime this month.
But it's in they could have done it. You know what they did for Season 2, right? They dropped it at EVO Japan. Akuma came out. They had that beta period where no tournaments were happening to then, to tinker a little bit. And then they dropped the tinker patch, and then they basically didn't touch it the rest of the year.
Yeah,
that should have been how they did it. That's not how they've done it. So now I'm gonna be like, oh,
maybe because it's kind of towards the end of the Street Fighter 5, life. Maybe they kind of slowed down a bit, which I kind of understand. Maybe they don't want to go, balls deep again with releasing 6 new characters for this season.
Say something.
Yeah,
don't say nothing.
I think that's
the worst part.
That's what's annoying people. The fact that that kind of it's he's Kage, and then after that, so.
By the way, buy him with fight money or don't. We're not going to tell you what we're doing this year. Oh yeah, it's different, I guess, but I just if you want him, just buy him. I don't know, whatever. We don't know. Do what you want. Who cares?
Yeah. Oh shit! The chat is going off at BK.
Man, it's gonna be so. I mean, look, like we said, this episode was mainly to just get back into the swing of things, let people know what's up. I know, Abby's been killing it on the Beast Dance podcast, so I know there's been the demand for AU podcast has been filled. But we back.
That last episode of Abby, the Beast Dance with Rick and Eli and Dion, wow! Confession time. I really don't like listening to podcasts. I know I don't know how much. I really do not like listening to podcasts. They don't capture me at all. But I wanted to tune in to the last Beast Dance because I just knew it's gonna be fucking spicy, and oh my days, that episode was fucking phenomenal. It was just amazing. So I don't know. I just can't articulate it how fucking fun and inspiring. And just, I'm yes, that's the kind of shit I want to hear. Just people talking raw Tekken, and the chat was listening and they were attentive and got a lot of good feedback. So honestly, man, the biggest shout out goes to Abby as well for holding the fort down. But shout outs to Rek, shout outs to Eli, shout outs to Dion as well for keeping it interesting. And since we're giving shout outs, man, shout outs to fucking Rek for being signed, because that guy fucking deserves it. He's a top fucking player and literally slayed Melbourne on his visit, and shout outs to
can we talk about that?
Yeah, let's fucking
before we talk about that, I want to give props to Abby. Is twitch.tv/dabeast DABeast_151.
Hell yeah.
I just want to finish on the podcast, so if you don't know about it, you can get on it. Now let's talk about how Rek Daddy systematically dismantled Melbourne. Go.
All right, so essentially it was Melbourne were talking a little bit smack. Us from Sydney, we're Rek was yo, I don't like this. I want to prove something. Dion being, he's yo, let's make it happen. Rek, you go to Melbourne, run the fucking gauntlet. Let's see, he can put up and he will shut up. So yeah, Rek went down versus 10 of their players, beat 9, and a lot of people made a lot of money. Yeah, so he really solidified his name as a top Tekken contender. Top 5 in Australia. I want to say Rek is top 5 in Australia. And I feel at the moment that's kind of unquestionable. If you think I am telling lies by all means. Come BKB and challenge Rec any amount, my friend. He will run it. So yeah, he beat everyone like he said he would. The two people that we knew were gonna give him trouble were Naveed and Tin, which we think, which Sydney knows. We already spoke. We already laid out the plan. We knew exactly how it's gonna go down, and we knew if he's gonna run against Tin, it's gonna be 50-50. We couldn't really call it, but we knew if anyone's gonna beat him, it's gonna be Tin. And he kind of didn't wanna. He wanted to, but at the same time, he didn't want to like play Naveed because he already knew Naveed is a better player. But he's like, yo, if it needs to be, I'll run it. But I know Naveed, he's great. Like I'm willing to say on record, I feel at the moment Naveed is the best player in Australia. It's not. I don't feel it's a question anymore. Is it Naveed? Is it Dion? And you know, people know how much I fucking love Dion, especially because you know he's Sydney now. But yeah, I feel Dion is number 2, and yeah, so Naveed is number 1. But yeah, like as we predicted, he ran through everyone, and he lost to Tin at the end. So Melbourne was definitely put on notice. But again, silver lining, they're really fucking hungry. They really want to fucking improve. They have a whole different mindset about the game, and they're fucking pushing themselves as hard as they can for BAM. That's why I can't fucking wait for BAM. Like, you know Sydney is working. Where we working? Right, his son, Battlecat Bunker. You know what I'm saying? They already know about this. So they know Sydney been putting the work in. So it's time for Melbourne to put the work in. Time for fucking Brisbane to put the work in. I want every fucking state to put work in. Because in my head, state rivalry is dope, but it's time for us to fucking take it bigger. I want us to fuck international players. Like, I want Tin to be the TWT champion like he did. I want fucking Naveed to be another TWT champion like he did. Like, I want everyone to be on that level, you know. Like, I want to think big, you know. Beating other Australians is great, but we need to think bigger. We're giving these opportunities where some players are starting to be able to fly overseas on a consistent basis. Let's think big. You know, we have this opportunity. Like, you know, Rec has just got sponsored. Hopefully he can fly. Naveed as well. You know, Eli. Dion is flying. Like, that's 4 of the top 5 players in Australia sponsored. You know, the only person that's missing is Dion and Tin. You know what I mean? Oh, sorry. 3 of them are sponsored. Dion's not sponsored, but he's top 5 and he's flying. And leaves Tin. I think Tin is like number 4 in Australia, personally. So, like, that's the cream of the cream. I don't know the fucking term, but like, they're given opportunities to fly. Let's put Australia on the map internationally. You know, I'm thinking bigger than state versus state. I'm thinking now country versus country. I want to see an Australian player at the fucking Tekken World Tour Finals. Let's do this happen. I want to see an Australian player at the Capcom Pro Tour Finals. I believe we have it. Like, a lot of great names. BK, ROF, like they're top there. Rumors, like, let's fucking do it, man. We got the fucking caliber of players. Let's fucking do it. I don't want to. I don't want to think small fish no more. I don't want to think small fish no more. I'm thinking big fish, man.
I think the Abby, like, shout out to Abby for running the exhibition the way he did it. Rec basically was the IRL mute button. Like, from the start of that first exhibition, like, you know, obviously Melbourne biased commentary, whatever, but it's like, yo, yeah, Melbourne's gonna win. And then as he kept winning, like, Rec was the IRL mute button. The commentary just got quiet. You know what I mean? And stuff like that is what you need to light the fire under people's asses. You need the IRL mute button to get people going. And I think stuff like that was just such a good initiative. Yeah. I mean, sure, a lot of Melbourne people lost a lot of money, but, you know, your sacrifice was welcome to get the fire under people's asses.
Yes, it's a small price to pay for the bigger picture. You know what I mean? It's a small price, and that's what it is. Like, a fire has been lit under Melbourne's ass, and like, fucking yes. Like, I was talking to Abby and I was talking to Lawrence, who's TMF Labs, who's the Kanga FGC manager, and then I'm like, you know what? Like, don't take it the wrong way, but I'm fucking ecstatic. You know, Melbourne got ruined so bad because look how hungry you guys are. And furthermore, you guys know what I fucking want? I want you guys to fucking ruin Sydney. That's how good I want you guys to get. In 3 months, you have 3 months. Get that good, ruin Sydney. Because you know what's gonna happen? We're gonna get hungry and then we're gonna come back for your ass. And that's how we're all gonna fucking improve as a country. So that's what I wanna see, you know? I wanna see, we're thinking bigger now than Melbourne versus Sydney versus Brisbane. We're thinking Australia now versus the fucking world. I mean, if one guy from Pakistan can do it, why the fuck can't we do it? You know what I mean? So, yeah, let's get this bread, bitches.
It's good times.
Yes.
I'm happy, and it's the sort of thing that like makes me look at what's going on back home, and you know, considering flying back early for just one more trip. Obviously, like there've been, you know, BAM has been pretty well set. OHN announcements will come whenever you guys decide it's the right time.
I fucking feel so bad for just being so radio silent about OHN. What can I say about OHN? What can I say? First thing, alright. Fuck. Look, alright.
Dennis is in chat. So
It's alright. Don't worry. Yeah. Like, Dennis doesn't know anything I don't know, and I literally spoke to him an hour ago. I'm like, Dennis, what can I say? What can I not say? Look, this is what can I say? What I can say about OHN at the moment. OHN is 100% confirmed for this year, and I believe that doesn't come as any shock to anyone. It's happening. I can't say when or where. I can say it's a very familiar time slot. We're not deviating too much, or even like almost at all from time slots. I cannot say when at the moment, and I cannot say where, because Sydney venues are I fucking hate Sydney venues. Like, and if anyone would just knows about Sydney venues, just knows where I'm coming from. So I do want to say hopefully praying to God. We just started Lent, so hopefully like within a week we can have something more concrete and release. I know you guys been waiting for a while, but hopefully I want to try to give you guys something, but like within a week, like a week max. But that's all I can say at the moment. OHN is 100% happening. That's 100%. It's happening this year. Just familiar time slot. Just can't say when and where. And I hate doing the announcement or fucking announcement, because Alafa Ono every time he does it, and lo and behold. But yeah, just please, stay tuned. Yeah. So.
Yeah. I mean, I know I will.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I want to come back. I want to come back and beat Marty. I want to come back and not have to run OHN and just first to 10 Marty one more time. And just see what happens.
Yeah.
See if the outcome's a little bit different.
It'll be interesting.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, seeing how much your time in Japan has paid off.
I mean, it's at the point now, like, we're out of topic, so we're just going to, hey, if you don't care about it, us ranting, see you next time. We'll see you in 2 weeks, but we're just going to rant now.
Actually,
at the point with my ST okay.
we might do an episode next week.
Okay, we can do next week.
Yeah, maybe.
We'll see how we go. But we're back to a regular schedule. Follow Gamma_Fade_, all that good stuff if you want it. But it's at the point now with my ST point where, like, I've gotten to a level of competency where I only play Old Cigar against, like, the top dogs, because it's not satisfying. Like, I just understand how broken that character is, and I can abuse it in such a way where it's just not even fun to just, like, pub stomp anymore. Like, I'm not learning anything. No one's having fun. So I've been playing a lot more Fade lately, because that guy's like a robber in broad daylight. But they're like back-to-back. So not this Sunday, but the following Saturday and the following Sunday, there's like a 2v2 tournament and a double elimination tournament for ST,
shit!
which is like...
Double elimination in Japan? Fuck out of here.
Yeah, they're running it out of the Red Bull Sphere with the
nice.
Tuesdays, the same venue.
Yeah, nice.
So they're going to run a double elim thing there. And yeah, like, I've just been vibing Faye like so much lately, because Faye players are like the best human beings on planet Earth. They just want you to pick Faye and rob people like they do. Like, they just want everyone to get this sickness until everyone's playing Faye. And like, I don't know, it's just a lot more interactive than Old Cigar. So I don't know, like, my win rate's probably going to go down if I do too much of that, but like, that's just what my fighting, because I can't play online, so I just go to Hay and pick Fei Long and make people hit cabinets by doing DP and then supering immediately and killing them.
Big dick moves. I like it.
It's fun. It's a good game.
Should we like take some questions from the chat?
Yeah, I mean, like, we can take questions from chat. As always, you can sort of get at us on Twitter for like future topics, and if you want any guests, like, I can imagine that, you know, MK is going to be a thing. I really want to get a Smash person on, even if it's only for like half an hour, to really have this discussion about wobbling, because I really just want to understand what, like, my brain like I've watched so many like top player videos talking about it. Like I just cannot understand the other side of the aisle, and I really want to get someone who's. I want to get Dom. I want to get Dom on here, and I want Dom to explain to me with his big brain, big streaming brain, why banning this mid-tier character's only good option is a good idea.
Yeah. All right. Let's open up the hotline for any
All right,
questions.
we'll open up the hotline.
All right.
Jerb, can you chicken wing on every arcade cabinet? I can chicken wing on my Joy-Con, son. I got that shit down. Like I can do it on Sumitsu sticks now. Like I got it on lock. So I'm feeling it. Man, I don't know. I want internet so bad. Like when I get off the phone with this, I'm gonna just figure it out and just like I don't know what company to go with because it's all in Moon and it's such a pain in the ass. But the second I have that, you can probably catch me streaming weekly on the console's band stream again. So if you want to see fighting game stuff, you should get on that. But I don't know. Any other questions? Like we're taking it from the chat, and I'm just gonna fill dead air.
Oh yeah, just want to give a shout out to Tree. He's moving to Japan soon. So
hell yeah.
So look after him, Jono. He's a delicate flower. So yeah, shout outs to Tree. He's the homie.
Question from the chat, presumably for me, but you can answer this one too. Super Turbo or Tag, ST, because I don't know, like less anime titties. So my weeb complex, you know, like it balances out. So I feel better about myself playing ST.
You know you're banned.
Oh, maybe. No, Dennis doesn't like Tag because he's got wrong opinions about games, so I'm probably fine.
Hey, you can't talk like that to the president of Oz. How dare you?
I think I just did. So I guess we'll see it in 2021, I don't know.
Oh, man. Can we also talk, one thing we forgot, COF 15 is in development. I don't know if we touched on it in the last episode, but it's confirmed. So, Gamra, my question is for you. So, what character you like your most in MK11 so far? So, I wanted 3 characters. I knew Tremor's not going to be back, just for obvious reasons. And the 3 characters I wanted, because my favorite MK character, funnily enough, is Baraka. Because he's just a stupid, vicious dude who has spiky things that come out of his hand like Wolverine, and everyone knows how much I fucking love Wolverine. And his name is actually a word in Arabic, which means blessing, for those that are wondering. So he really appeals to me. This big stupid guy that kind of has Wolverine-esque stuff and something that relates to anything Arabic. So Baraka is my favorite character. So in MK, so he's back. But I also like Cabal because I kind of like the way he looks, and hook swords are kind of cool. And the third character that I wanted back was Sindel, because she's just a fucking sexy MILF that screams at people, and I find that ridiculously hot. Sue me, I like older women. So yes, so they're the 3 characters I wanted back. So Baraka and Cabal, and they're both in. So I'm definitely looking to peep them out. But at the same time, Scarlet is looking dope as fuck because she's got moves with sights in them. And if people remember, like about an hour ago, I said I have a fetish for anything with the scythe. So Scarlet is definitely looking like, this game is just looking so fucking sweet, man. Like, I don't know, like, so sweet. Like, Jesus Christ, this game is looking so sweet. So yeah, I'm really excited. Like, I'm definitely gonna play a different bunch of characters day one, and then whoever's easy in top tier is the character I'm gonna stick with. Cause fuck, I'm not thinking, bro. I'm old. I'm 31. I don't want to think no more. You know, to quote a famous one of the brightest and best minds of the recent century, you know, I'm sick of working for the money. I want the money to work for me. So, you know, for those that don't get it, that's a Sanford Kelly quote. So yeah, that's who I'm eyeing MK11.
Question about the Osodo blog. I believe in regards to the hack that it's being looked after, in regards to updates, I don't know. Dennis messaged me. Maybe I'll come back and do a little bit. Let me know. I'm keen to come do some writing again. So, I don't know. Dennis messaged me. Maybe I'll come. Like, I miss helping the scene out. My precious little ego's been healed somehow. I'd like to come help out in some capacity. So, you know, let me know. Maybe I'll come sort something out on that front.
Why does everyone think I want to play Garrus? Man, like when that character got announced, my phone just blew up. Like Aaron and Taz and everyone, they're like, "Oh, your character has been announced." I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know. He's cool and everything, but like, I don't know. I don't like futuristic looking characters. Like, he looks like he's from the future. I like more like the primitive characters. That's why I like Baraka. He's just a stupid, dumb guy. They're the characters I like. So yeah. So yeah, I'm not a Garrus main. Stop saying I'm a Garrus main.
I'm deliberately like I've never really had any sort of affinity to MK because I was a little manjana as a child, and like the whole, when you fall down the tower and like you get hit by the spikes, that like messed me up as a kid. So I have no attachment to the series. I'm gonna keep it that way. I'm gonna see who people are complaining about on Twitter and just pick that character. That's my strat, I think. This time around.
I don't know.
Eunice though. So are you playing much of that these days, or you are like just sort of admiring from a distance?
Cliff doesn't mean shit. He just I don't know. I'm sorry, Cliff. You don't main anything. Why even asking? Main a game first, then ask about it. You just yeah.
Are you playing Eunice or not?
He's not playing shit. I'll bet money. I'll bet dime. He's not playing shit. I'm main Eunice. Alright, bro. Nice joke, Cliff. Nice. Hilarious.
Eunice is great. I can't wait to play it more. I can't wait to stream it more. I promise everyone, the second I have internet, I'm going to be streaming weekly again. I miss it so much. I miss fighting games so much.
Do you still play?
SK's great.
Do you still play Elton?
I'm play online.
Do you still play Elton?
No. So here's the thing about Elton. I played in vanilla when no one knew what they were doing, because I don't care what game you're playing. The first year, no one knows what they're doing in any game.
Correct.
Then when I was back in the country, like I was playing BB Tag on Anime Night, and was like, just sit down and play Eunice. Like, most of the Elton combos play the same. That's when I realized that, like, man, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I don't know how, like, what the basic mix-up flow is. I don't know anything in that game. So I'm like, all right, who's the best owner in the game? Oh, everyone's complaining about Phone On. I'm going to play Phone On. She looks broken. I'm going to play Phone On.
Smart. I think that's who Darth plays as well.
Yeah, it's one of Darth's characters. I'm not, like, 100% set on her, but just everything I see, and whenever I say to anyone, I'm going to play Phone On, they're like, yeah, you would. And that generally is a good sign if people are upset by me,
Sounds like a Jono character.
It's like top tier, brain dead, like probably just going to make him think he knows what he's doing. Like, yeah, you should play Phone On, you idiot.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but I'm going to shop around. Like, I know who I'm not going to play, but I don't know who I'm going to play, I guess, yet.
Is it just me or audio cutting out from time to time? It did cut out a couple times on Jono's end. It lagged on my end as well, so I don't know. Sorry,
that'll be fixed once we get better things. Again, like this will be fine for the archive because I'll edit it better, but sorry for everyone. So Phone On is a scrub killer in his effort to play against. Yeah, that sounds good, and she's a good zoner, so I'm pretty pumped for that. But the BB Tag is the one I'm like most looking forward to, because much like when MVC3 was at the height of its popularity, it was just show and tell of bullshit, right? Every tournament was like, all right, what bullshit, most screwed up thing are they going to bring to the table this time around? And BB Tag has kind of replaced that just with sides and titties, not Iron Man and Magneto. You know what I mean?
I love Marvel 3. I just want to say that last month at YSB I beat George in Marvel, and this month at YSB I beat Javed. Yeah, Marvel 3 is a great game. And
it is a great game.
And I know it's nothing to go by, but F-Champ has been hinting, maybe directly or indirectly, at Marvel 4. And then, I don't know, man. Like, I would love to see it happen, but I don't know. Like, Capcom, they've hurt me. Like, they've reached into my fucking chest and just fucking my Bamco bleeding heart. You know what I mean? They're the fucking worst. I fucking hate Capcom, man. Just make a Marvel game without Wolverine. The fuck were you thinking, Capcom? But
function, what I'm talking about, function.
So yeah, I don't know. I mean, if that happens and they fucking do it right, oh man, new Marvel game. It just makes me feel good just thinking about a good Marvel game. So I don't know. I mean, that's the beauty of the FGC, man, because like we're not one game, so you always have so much to look forward to. But at the same time, it's a double-edged sword because you have a lot to be heartbroken by as well. But we're fucking suckers for pain and punishment. We keep coming back, so I don't know. I'm just happy playing Tekken. Fucking this game is fucking amazing. It's great. And yeah, I mean, if you're in the FGC, it's always a good time to be in the FGC. Doesn't matter what your fucking poison is, we got you.
I reckon that's a pretty good place to wrap it up. That's a nice, wholesome message.
Yusuf, do you have any Illuminati info for MVC4? Look, I actually don't, but if I do ever get Illuminati info for MVC4, I will share. Where
I'm sure that'll happen. That sounds viable. That sounds like a thing.
All I heard was UMVC3 for OHN. Shut up, Dennis. What do you guys think about FGC Armada quote? I don't know what the hell that is.
Oh, the FGC Armada quote. Basically, he said, like, it's an ignorant smash opinion. Like, he got asked, like, why Melee wasn't at EVO. And he's like, oh, all the games pay their way in. They're all sheep. Not like us Melee players who just stick to our guns. And everyone was like, okay, that's ignorant. And this is why people don't like Melee players. And that was the end of it. And then people got all up in, but it was just like, okay, you said a dumb thing, you're wrong, who cares?
To play devil's advocate, he is kind of true. Like,
no, he's not. He's factually... He's talking about, like, the 09er generation that moved from Street Fighter 4 to Street Fighter 5. That's it. And even most of those people didn't move to Street Fighter 5. So he's talking about, like, this mythical...
No, about like, you know, games paying the way. Like some...
Oh, yeah, but, like...
But at the same time, like, are you going to run an EVO without SF5? Like, this year? Or are you going to run an EVO without Tekken 7? Like, these games are, like, established and, you know, they're great and they're killing in every aspect. So... He's just salty and he's wrong.
Yeah,
so.
like the Dental Plan makes a point. The way he worded it was just really bad and made him sound like just like an idiot. His point was half valid, but like, oh yeah, they're all sheep and they're all the other games except pay money to get an Evo. It's like, dude, like, come on, exercise half a brain before you open your mouth.
I mean, isn't that how Melee got into Evo in the first place? They paid.
Yeah, it was literally a donation drive.
Yes.
They literally paid their way into Evo.
So I'm like, all right, dude. So yeah.
And like people are bringing up what I mentioned in the chat before. Like I said, 8 games paid their way in, and I'm pretty sure it was just like one. No, we care about the community with units. That's my opinion. I have no insider on that. That's just my opinion of what happened. But whatever. Like, people are allowed to say stupid things. We both said stupid things. Just
we say stupid things all the time. I mean,
just relax.
Don't take our word as fact.
Like, mean whatever you want to do. Just relax. Bro, just relax, man. You know what I mean?
So, alright, let's see. All I heard. What do you guys think of RGC Monaco? Blah, blah, blah. No. Alex, I don't have any info about MVC4. Waku 7. What's that?
I don't think there's been any sort of pretense that developers buy their way in Evo. Like, it's not... How, like, Evo's huge, it's a business, like, relax, it's fine, like, there's plenty of other tournaments where you could have a big stage and not have to pay your way in.
Like,
it's just
again,
it's fine.
I don't see why people see Evo as, like, the be-all and end-all of tournaments. Yeah, it's, like, the biggest and, you know, most prestigious one, but, like I said, you don't need Evo, man. There's heaps of other avenues for you to play your game, promote your game, make a buzz, you know. Evo's just one tournament, man. Like,
I mean, it does play an impact for sure. Like, unit sales undoubtedly got boosted.
100%.
The Steam numbers went up, all that stuff.
Yeah. So.
But it's not the be-all and end-all. Anyway, we've hit the point that we're doing the circular argument, so I think I'm ready to wrap things up.
I'm good.
Any final words?
I think any final words? I don't know. FGC.
Like we said, we're back. It's a regular
we're back.
schedule
We're gonna
now.
try to run it on a more regular basis. Honestly,
fortnightly.
We
no more sparse than that. I'm gonna say we're gonna run at least fortnightly.
We say it all the time, but honestly, if you guys have any suggestions for questions or topics, or even guests, like seriously, especially because John is in Japan, and I don't know how to word that without, you know, kind of like I know people. So if you guys have ideas for guests or you want to hear someone's opinion, you know, by all means, even if they're like non-English speaking, we can try to organize a translator or something.
Yeah, we can do that. My Japanese is good enough for that now, so we can definitely make that happen.
So
but
just hit us up, and we're definitely trying to reach out to whoever. Like, don't think, oh no, they can't get this person. we probably can just ask away. We're here, for you guys, literally, like,
At Gamera on Twitter, GAMRAH, at _fade_. Tweet at that and then let us know. Or just have bad takes on Twitter and we'll see them and then meet you. Like,
if you don't want us, you can DM us. I think my DMs are open for any. My DMs are open for anyone. Just you can DM me or send us an email address if you don't have Twitter. You can reach out to us. And also as a shield, I don't give a fuck. Follow Genuine Gaming on Twitter because they're the fucking best. They're looking after me.
They pay your bills now, so
they don't pay my bills. They just really.
They pay your travel bills.
Well, all right. So I thought you meant like as a salary or something.
No, you're not a salary man.
Yeah. Like they're definitely like they're really caring and they're really community driven and like I said, I'm not just saying that just to say that, but we got some work in the pipelines that will be very community focused and really looking forward to unraveling it soon. But yeah, please follow Genuine Gaming, show us some love, and fucking stay amazing, everyone. You guys are the fucking best.
All right, so I'll do a round out real quick, and then we're going to call it a night. So as always, thank you all for watching. You can catch the show every 2 weeks on twitch.tv/Gamera. You can catch the archives on youtube.com/Gamera and live on all good audio podcasts. You can follow me at Gamera on Twitter. You can follow Yusuf at _fade_. IDEP is an FGC podcast. You're in all that rubbish, but yeah, that's all the shilling. I guess we're committing to next week. Can I do it next week? I can do next week. So I guess we'll see you.
We will definitely see you within 2 weeks, 100%. Maybe a special episode next week sometime, maybe like a Monday or something. We'll see.
We'll figure it out. We can figure that out off air. But anyway, we're back. It's safe to say IDEP is back. So make sure you're following the Twitch if you want to watch it live. Get it wherever you get it. I don't know. I'm going to go sort my internet out, so I have nothing left to say. So, Yusuf, you want to take us out?
Yeah, thank you guys. We're back. Stay tuned. Thank you for supporting. God bless.
Catch you soon.
Later.
This is a point where you hit the stop recording. And
I'm not that stupid, goddamn you!